Welcome back to the Some of Medi podcast. Today I got a special guest, someone that I've been training with for the last couple of years down at GRIPT. This guy has a lot of experience, everything from personal training, strength training, also a music artist, amongst many other talents. Today's special guest is Obi. Welcome, mate.
Yeah, what's up, Pete? Man, it's good to finally be here, man. We've been talking about this for a minute, but good to be finally doing this.
Mate, great to have you here.
Thank you.
Always like to start with a bit about yourself first.
Yeah.
You can cover whatever you want. So, mate, go for it.
Beautiful, man. Look, background's Nigerian. I grew up in a family of 8, so there's 6 boys in the fam, man. I'm the middle child. Growing up, my parents are both diplomats, so my childhood involved traveling, like living in different countries 4 years at a time. Representing our country in another country. So being a diplomat, you get to spend about 4 years in a country, and then once your time is up, you get sent to another country, essentially. So that was my childhood growing up. That led me to Australia in 1998. My dad got posted here.
Yep.
Yeah, so after my parents left in 2003, myself and 2 of my older brothers stayed back, whilst my mom, my dad, and my younger brothers kept traveling. Yeah. So
Cool.
That's pretty much my upbringing.
That's crazy. And if they're diplomats, they're moving around a lot. That's crazy. That's 4-year cycles.
Yeah.
How often do you catch up with them?
The last time I saw my mom was 2006. I left Turkey. She was posted in Turkey at the time. So I left Australia, went and spent about 10 months with her in Turkey. And I got back to Australia in Feb 2006. I didn't see my mom for like a long time after that. It's the challenges of your parents living in a different country and you being in a different country as well was very, very tough, man. As a 17-year-old when I left, not being able to see the family, it forced you to grow up a lot quicker, as a man. But yeah, the last time I saw my mom, 2006, and the next time I saw her after that, briefly was 2009, then not again until 2017.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's hard. Yeah, but obviously FaceTime and things like that, but yeah, seeing them physically, yeah.
And has your mum seen the little ones yet?
Yeah, so the mom, she has. So we got them back, they retired now, so now we brought them back to Australia in 2023. So 2 years ago, they came back to Australia. Awesome. And they've been here ever since. So they've obviously met my kids and stuff like that.
So now you've got that stability. What have you got planned for the festive season, the holiday break?
I get to freaking spend New Year's for the first time since 2005 leading to 2006 New Year's. That was the last time I spent New Year's with my mom. And yeah, I can't believe, man, 20 years that I get to actually spend New Year's with him. So I'm super excited for that. So I head out to Canberra and spend New Year's with him.
How good. Pumped for you.
Yeah. Excited, man.
Mate, and your 6 brothers, tell me about what you guys did growing up. That's crazy. No sister?
No sisters, man.
6 boys.
Just 6 boys. So
wow.
Very, very, very competitive household with 6 boys in there. Very athletic family. A lot of fights. Whether it's over food, whether it's over who gets to first go on the PlayStation or whatever it may be, there was hella competition in the family. And this kind of led to why my little brother became a professional athlete, because he was the one that was copying it the most from 5 older brothers. So his whole life was pretty much competing against his elders. So now once he's paired up with people his age, it destroys him. Yeah. So so now he's doing his thing as a pro.
As the youngest of 4 boys in my family, I can understand. Yeah, so I get it. And mate, I think from obviously diplomat, competitive sport, talk to me a little bit about. I guess I want to ask you about how did you cope so well when your parents moved? So I just want to go back. That's very tough.
Look, we had no choice because at the end of the day, that was their work. We were used to traveling around. Yeah. So we had no choice but to, just carry on and, try to become our own person. So like I said, I left when I was 17 years old to come back to Australia while my mom was in Turkey and my dad was in Switzerland. So the thing is,
so they were split
they were split as well.
Damn.
So my dad was in Switzerland and my mom was in Turkey. Yeah, so that's even crazy for them.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, so the whole family is just used to not being together as a unit. The last time we were together as a unit was probably in 2004.
Wow.
All together at the one time.
Oh, I'm pumped for you, mate.
Yeah,
Right.
so
That's awesome.
Excited, man.
Thanks for sharing, mate. Obviously, family guy, mate.
Yep.
The little K come recently this year. How's that changed your life in the last year? I know you're already looking after a couple of kids, but we've expanded the family. How's that 2025 been?
Man, 2025 has been great. 2024, on the other hand, that was tough. Probably the hardest year of my life. But 2025, things are looking really, really good. Kenzo was born end of 2024, the last of 4 kids in the household. So yeah, now everything is all set up now. We're not trying to have any more kids. It's just all about growth on the family front, on the business front. And yeah, things are looking up right now. So couldn't be any happier, man.
Awesome, mate. I love that. Having a little kid, obviously, for myself this year as well. I think the one thing you said to me is I'm going to put weight on.
Yeah.
I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
I did.
What happened? How much you put on?
10 kilos. Over the whole phrase.
Yeah.
No excuse, but definitely been really enjoyable getting back into it with you guys.
Yeah.
Down at GRIPT. One of the things I do love about the place, more than anything, to be honest, is how welcomed I am there, how kind everyone is to each other.
Yeah.
And I've seen the teams evolve a lot, but we work with hundreds of fitness brands across our group around the world.
Yeah.
One thing they say consistently, it's all about community.
Yes.
A lot of brands actually don't understand what that is truly, but in your 4 walls, you manage to create more of a family.
Yes.
We all have each other's numbers.
Yeah.
We catch up, we joke, you're all inappropriate, more like that brother, sister, best mate vibe, which is incredible. How do you go about doing that?
Man, so that is the big thing about GRIPT. So look, let's run it back.
Yeah.
So obviously coming from a commercial gym background, even working as a trainer at other commercial gyms, like it's pretty much everyone for themselves.
Yeah.
You go in there, you do your own thing, you leave. Is such community aspect of it. So coming into GRIPT and getting involved with GRIPT was the first thing I noticed was the community side of things. Like we would do things together as a team from one. So we lead by example. So that way we're showing our clients, okay, this is how things are meant to be done. The trainers are following their cuts, they're following their maintenance phase, they're following their surplus phase, whatever phase we'll be in. We lead by example by doing that. And then follow that transition across to our members. So the community aspect of things is, look, the clientele that we deal with at GRIPT are people that want to kind of like come in, have their own space, a nice structured session, about 45 minutes, and they're out of there.
Yeah.
That being said, the people that do come in, they get along with everyone. And that just stems from my team welcoming everyone. We have this principle that no matter who walks through that door, every member of the team that sees them has to acknowledge them. You have to say hi. You gotta do all that, because that just builds community. And now people feel comfortable talking to each other, because the gym could be an intimidating place for a lot of people. Believe it or not, like I hear that all the time. I want to do something about my health, but I'm too scared to go into the gym because I don't know where to start. But when people come to GRIPT, they're like, wow, this is a family. It's not even a community. It's mostly a family in that space. Like you said, everyone is joking around. We're all laughing with each other. There's great banter amongst all the members. And it's just an enjoyable place to go. But that just stems from the culture that we set up from day one. And we want to continue carrying that on with every single member or every single staff that we bring on board. They have to follow that protocol. If not, it's not a place for them.
I'm going to touch back on your commercial experience and your time in Canberra soon. But just on that, about creating the right team and structure.
Yeah.
Everyone I talk to, I love, and because we struggle with it in terms of, we have a very strong culture in here.
Yeah.
But we need to make, just because you have the technical skills doesn't mean you're the right fit.
Yeah.
How do you go about recruiting the right team in your space, in a really competitive space? Really difficult at the moment.
Yeah.
How do you go about finding the right people? And secondly, I know you had a bit of a tough year going forward.
Yeah.
You have to go into too details about the people, but whatever you want to share with it,
Of course.
just talk to us about that time.
Yeah, so obviously creating the right team is probably one of the hardest things to do in any business because it's the people that do drive the business, right? Starting out, the team that I had, obviously, we're good at what they do in terms of individually, but as a team, there wasn't much flow. There wasn't much instructions being followed on certain aspects. So that, yeah, not to go into details of bash anyone, yeah, we kind of like had to phase a bunch of staff members out of the way.
Yep.
To make new to this, new team that we've got on board at our South Yarra location and Hawthorne, everyone is kind of like bought in to the principles that we've got going on. And these people do have experience. They know what it's like to also work in a commercial setting. So for them, coming into a setting like GRIPT is pretty much a win-win for them because now they don't have to worry about being the individual on their own. They know that everything is done together as a team. We've got a group chat where we message each other on a daily. We run team meetings every month, every fortnight. We do one-on-one check-ins. It's like a full-on coaching team experience for each of our staff. So yeah, man, it is the hardest thing to do, to build that community and culture within your team. But once you nail that, as like we can notice at Hawthorne, business is just going next level, which is stemming from the team. Yeah. And also in the South Yarra location as well, we've got a great team there as well, man. So hopefully we can continue that trend once we start expanding a bit more. But yeah, shout out to my team, man.
We just spoke about the team.
Yeah.
Obviously, business partner being Drew.
Yep.
Talk to me about how that relationship come about, and because he's such a, for me looking at it, you're two big fucking, youngster guys. You've got a really, looks like a disciplined relationship or partnership.
Yep.
Talk to me about how that started and why it still works really well today.
All right. So the link up between me and Drew was a mutual friend. Yeah, hit me up. This was start of 2022, I would say. St. Drew was looking for a head coach at South Yarra location, and he pretty much reached out to me. So I met Drew, and I put him through a session. On the day I met him, I put him through a leg session. Yeah, he couldn't walk for like 2 weeks. He thought it was the man, but I put him through that session, and yeah, he could tell you this for 2 weeks straight, he couldn't walk.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, so that's how our relationship started. From then on, obviously embraced the role as the head coach of South Yarra. The whole gym was jumping, man. It was a good vibe, a good environment in there. I remember having a meeting with Drew one time, and it was like, "What is your 5-year plan?"
Great.
And and I told him straight up, "Hey, me and my brothers were gonna open up our own gym. We're thinking of opening up our own gym," type of thing. And obviously, he didn't want to lose me, and it was like, "Look, how about what do you think about partnering off 50-50, like going forward for every location we do, rather than you starting your own thing?" And I said, you know what? If I was going to do something, I will be doing something similar to GRIPT because I love the style of training. That's exactly how I train myself. I love the community aspect of it. I love the small group training that I'm running. Like it's literally, it was perfect. It was perfect timing. And I said to him, that's a no-brainer, man. Like you already have a well-oiled machine. So me coming in and adding to that, yeah, we can definitely go far, man. So that's how that started for me. Just pretty much telling him that my 5-year plan is I'm going to open my own space. So
awesome.
Here we are now.
How good.
Yeah.
Sometimes things are meant to happen.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Mate, so we're going for like community gym or what the industry will call boutique. You got small group training, that stuff. We'll come back to the types of training you offer soon.
Yeah.
But going back to your time in Canberra, more of a commercial gym where you're PT and obviously mutual friend Simon. I know learned a bit about you from him.
Man. Yeah.
A lot of nice things to say about you and stuff. But talk to me about that time.
So I'll talk to you about that. It's crazy that you brought up Simon, man. That's crazy. So I remember this is a Fitness First in the city in Canberra. Civic. So walked in there, I think it was 2007, right? From that moment, I never looked back to training, by the way. From the moment I walked into Fitness First and I started training, I never looked back. But I remember being there for like maybe 3 months straight. You know, obviously every new person that goes into the gym, all they want to do is do chest and arms. That was me. So I started doing that. And I think I was on a flat dumbbell press and I was lifting about 30 kilos. And I was doing this for about 3 months. Simon, he was a PT then at the Fitness First. He saw me, he walks up to me, he's like, mate, like I've been watching you for like the past month and a bit. And you've been doing the 30s, you haven't gone up. Why? Why is that? I'm like, yeah, nah, I don't have anyone to spot. And I don't think I can do it. It was like, man, I bet you if you were to pick up the 40s right now, I'd even say 35s or 32s or whatever, goes pick up the 40s now, I bet you're going to give me 10 reps. I go, yeah, nah, no way, no way. He's like, yeah, watch, I'll come, I'll spot you. Anyways, I pick up the 40s, he's behind me. And man, like you said, I repped it out. So he didn't have to spot me then. And from that moment, I was like, man, like, thank you for telling me that, because now my attitude with training completely changed. So I became that guy that I didn't care what weight it was. I'm going to give it a go. The worst thing that's going to happen is it's too heavy. I put it down, go down lighter. And that just became my motto, all because of Simon.
Wow.
Saying that to
shout out Simon.
Yeah, so shout out Simon, man.
Yeah. Love it. And your time there, like when how long were you there for?
So in Canberra, I was there from 98 to 2010.
Gotcha.
Then I moved to Sydney 2010 till mid 2018, and I moved to Melbourne.
Damn.
So the time I was in Canberra and when I started training, so the last 2 years of me being in Canberra was when I started training.
Gotcha.
And that's when I met Simon and stuff like that. So I did that for 2 years in Canberra, and then I moved to Sydney, trained a bit in Sydney by myself, and that's when I decided to take on PT, because a lot of my friends were asking me to coach him. I was like, you know what, let me make this into a career, man. So I got my certificate, and that's how all this started.
How good.
Yeah, just from a passion, man.
That's going into a business.
Yeah, now it's a full-on blown business.
Yeah.
Which, look, it was something that I thought would happen eventually, but the way it's happened wasn't how I expected it to happen, and I'm grateful for it. So
I believe in fate.
Yeah.
I think, right place, right time.
Yeah.
So Simon walking over to you that day, that tiny bit of advice, carried it all the way through. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
100%. So I always shout him up. On Facebook, he came up and I was like, I think he was commenting on one of my lives, and I was like, bro, it's because of you that I'm doing this right now, right? And he goes, yeah, I remember.
So good.
Yeah.
How good.
Yeah.
What, give me a good PT experience.
Good PT experience is obviously getting client results, man. I've trained a lot of athletes, like pro athletes, whether it's basketball or rugby players and things like that. So a good experience is coaching those guys, and also even a better experience is taking someone that has never trained in their life. And I'll use someone as an example that you know. So Andrew Neeson, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Andrew Neeson, when he came up to me 2022, he was about, this man, he was 64 years old at the time. He was weighing at about 96 kilos. So he wanted to lose weight.
96 kilos?
Yeah, he was weighing 96 kilos.
Sorry, guys. The reason I reacted the way, if you could see him today, it's almost unbelievable.
Yeah, man. So this was his story. So 96 kilos, came up to me. He wants to do 4 PT sessions a week. He's trying to get stronger, he's trying to lose some weight. He got down all the way to 63 kilos, right? Which was too much. It was too much. I wanted him to be in a nice, safe 70s. But we had a little bit of a battle because he had a nutritionist at the time as well that was feeding him nothing but pumpkin soup. So he got really, 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 really thin whilst he was still training with me. But I, kind of weaned him off of that. And now he's at a healthy weight of 74 kilos. So
amazing. And
he's killing it. His training has been consistent. He doesn't miss any sessions. Another good story about Andrew Neeson was he rides a scooter. So I remember one day scooter fell on him. This was back before he started training with me. Scooter fell on him and he was stuck underneath it. He couldn't get up. Someone had to help him up. I remember once he lost the weight, and he's been training about a year now with me, the scooter fell on him again. He got excited. When he came to the gym, he got excited. And I was like, man, you won't believe what happened. I go, what happened? He goes, the scooter fell on me, but guess what? I picked that bitch up.
Yeah, good.
I picked it up myself. So he's 2 years older at this time. So he's now 66. He's now feeling stronger, healthier than he's ever been before. And he's super locked in and excited. So he doesn't miss any session with me since 2022, 4 sessions a week, man. So shout out to him. So that's a good PT experience.
On the business side of stuff and taking it serious, obviously having that chat with Drew, coming up with the arrangement, and obviously opening Hawthorne.
Yep.
What was going through your head, like finding the location? I saw that that video you posted last week or the week before on your birthday, but empty shelf, there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
Talk to me about those early days. How are you feeling?
Man, I don't know if you remember the building before we took it over. There's like graffiti all over the sword. Yeah, it was run down.
Yeah.
So obviously when we decided to open up the location and found Hawthorne, we actually found a different building here on Burwood Road. I think it was 49. I forgot what number it was, but it's kind of like where near Bunnings.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a building we found there. Rent was way higher than what we got, and everything happens for a reason. We didn't end up getting that building, and then we found where we're at now. It was completely run down. Rent was probably maybe like 60,000 a year cheaper than the place we were meant to sign for. And yeah, it was we had the vision. We're like, look, it's its own standalone building. We could have spent a lot of money on fit out because it's completely run down. There's graffiti everywhere. The inside of it, the floors had rotted. It was a mess. So once we got the interior designer in and we had a structure for it, and it started to come together, yeah, we knew it was gonna be something special, man. And anyone that walks in through the doors now that is finished, they all say the same thing. It's always the same reaction. Wow, this is sick looking gym. And we're very happy and proud of that because we did spend a lot of, not just the money, but the time and the headaches and the delays and all that stuff. Like we were meant to open up in September, October. We didn't get open up till December. So it's like a 3-month delay, which anyway, I don't want to get into that, but yes.
It's very common in the health of fitness.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, man. But overall, we're grateful how everything is turned out and how everything is happening at the moment.
The one thing, and as people are talking, I mean, you can check out GRIPT's site, but the one thing that threw me off in a really good way was that you divide men and women.
Yes.
So there's a lot of couples training there and they sort of break off into their own area.
Yep.
And I'll say it's pretty unique because everywhere else I'd been to was all mixed.
It's all mixed.
And to be honest, that's sort of why I exited in terms of trying to find the right partner with you can do the same weights and the right cardio, or just get paired with, say, I even train with some of the girls here. Little whippets, they'd run rings around me and stuff. They couldn't lift as much as me. So the sessions weren't that enjoyable.
Yeah.
Tell me how you sort of come up with that model and
Yeah, that's a good question, man. That's a great question. So you brought up other gyms and now it's all mixed. Again, it stems from the style of training that those gyms provide. It's more like HIIT, you're thinking like high rocks, things like that. So there's a lot of cardio involved. So they prefer a larger group mixed setting, whereas we're the complete opposite. Like we focus on hypertrophy, strength training. So for the guys, we treat it as a 4-day split of Mondays is chest, Tuesdays is legs, you rest on Wednesday, Thursdays you're hitting shoulders, Friday is back. And there's an arm session in there on a Saturday that can come in and follow and do it on your own. Where the girls, we focus on 2 lower body, 2 upper body sessions. So separating the two, the guys are obviously stronger, so you want them focusing on those individual muscle groups, whereas the girls prefer, training lower body and working your glutes and things like that. So we cater to what women want in terms of like, if you want to get girls in there doing like a shoulder day, it's not what they want.
Yeah.
So that's how we do this split. But the good thing about it is the classes are running at the same time simultaneously. So even though it's separated, the girls and the guys still talk to each other and things like that, like in between sets. So that community aspect is still there, but everyone gets what they're paying for.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it is unique because it's not, true. Like I said, threw me off in a good way.
Yeah.
I love it. You touch on the look when you're walking there, it does look cool.
Yeah.
It's like dark, the light. It's really nice vibe in there. Talk to me about the branding. For me, it's I don't know, it's not, I'm trying to think, it suits you.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't shoot. So you know how I dress, mate, 3 brands. The typical white guy, give a shit stuff, not as fashionable. As soon as I trained there, I got shit. And I liked it because I had hiking shoes on, hiking shorts, Adidas or Puma top.
Yeah.
Looking a bit shambly.
Yeah.
But the GRIPT branding is awesome.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. How did it come about?
So the branding is good. Look, okay, I would keep shout out to Drew because he had the Black Studio in South Yarra already going on. And And the aesthetic of it, like obviously on the content aspect, we've had brands like Reebok and stuff specifically scout our gym to come film content in there because of how it looks, obviously. So I would give Drew the props on that one because it was already the black studio before I got in. But once I partnered with him, we decided to step away from the cardio side of things, like in the South Yarra location, and just focus just on the black studio because that's just the weightlifting space. And yeah, it's just something that we're just gonna carry on going forward and just make that the brand. Because if you walk into the gym, you know straight away, yep, this is a GRIPT location. So there's a few pieces that we're gonna be taking from the Hawthorne location into the future locations that we do, like the cage around the front and things like that.
Looks cool.
Yeah. So so the branding, I will give Drew his props in there, and some interior designers that were also GRIPT members. So the community aspect. So we have members for everything. Like even the next build is going to be a member doing it. You know what I mean? So it's like the interior designer was a member.
You're sort of dropping all this news here. So is there a new location coming up?
Yeah. We're in the works for the new location. We're kind of like scouting locations at the moment.
Cool.
But I won't say too much on that till we've found the spot that we want. But yes, there is definitely a new location coming. We're trying to do one a year at least. So
as you know, everything we do is multi-location.
Yeah.
Franchising and single-owned multi-location.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the benefit of having both Hawthorne and South Yarra locations.
Well, the benefit is, one, it's not too far of a drive between the two locations, and every location that we do go into, want it to be that they're kind of like 10, 15 minutes apart from each other. So our members can use each location. So we have members going from one location to the other, and we have members that move houses and switch over to Hawthorne, or we have members that move houses and switch over to South Yarra. So we want to keep that going. When we do events together, like for example, Christmas parties or, things like that, is the whole community that gets together. So we don't separate it as Hawthorne does this and South Yarra does this. Everyone comes together. So that's the beauty of it, man. We just, whether it's the South Yarra, whether it's Hawthorne, whether it's whatever else location we want, we still want it to be that one community and just keep growing.
So the next one, without disclosing too much, will be not too far.
Not too far drive from Hawthorne and South Yarra. Sure.
Your clientele in both those areas, they're really affluent communities.
Yeah.
Very business savvy people.
Yes.
What are some of the benefits you get from that sort of stuff?
Man, the benefits, networking.
Yeah.
So my clients I would call them high performers in life on the business front. We do have a lot of them that come into the space. And even for me, I learned a lot from them because I'm new to business. They've been doing this for a long time. So my clients even give me advice on a mentorship front. I've got several mentors in there that tell me, hey, I think you should do this, you should do that. If I've got a question on like tax or how to grow or whatever it may be, there's someone in there that's willing to help. So I'm very, very grateful to my clients. I let them know about it all the time that, I'm glad that we've created a environment that attracts people like them to come in because, yes, one, they're consistent. Two, they're very efficient. Three, they like that private setting, which is what I like as well. I don't like gyms that are too busy and packed. So, it's like a beautiful marriage, man.
It is good. So to your birthday, I met Nicole.
Yeah.
One of your longer clients.
Yes.
Awesome woman.
Yeah.
Really impressed with what she had a really great chat with her.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it, we could see a lot of new faces. Mm-hmm. So as that sort of small group training, the more intimate environment, we're definitely seeing it get busier and busier.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that, balancing the culture and the place itself and the business people wanting to come in?
Okay. So in terms of seeing more faces in there, that is probably going to stem from PTs. The one thing with Hawthorne location that is different to South Yarra is we attract a lot of personal training clients, more so than even the group training, where South Yarra attracts more group training than PT. So Hawthorne, PT is killing, and to the point that my current staff they're all doing overtime, man. I'm talking about 60, someone's close to 60 sessions a week, another person at 50. I'm pretty much doing 60 a week. Yeah, so on the PT front, we're very, very busy. We can't, at this moment right now, we've got a wait list for PT, which is what I was going to talk to you about because I'm trying to interview the new trainer
Yep.
on Saturday. So he's going to start up either at the end of the year or first week of Jan, just to cater to those PT inquiries that we're getting through. PT is fine because what I call it is organized chaos. So we're doing all these sessions, but it's organized, it's controlled.
Yeah.
For the trainers, we're doing back-to-backs. But the gym, you walk into the gym, it's still pretty chill in there, even though we're doing all those sessions, because we're capping the club membership, which is the people that come in to use the space for themselves. We cap that number to, I think, 50 max. So that way the gym isn't busy and we can still focus on that coaching element.
Yeah.
Rather than making it like every other gym and lowering prices and just getting a whole influx of people. It's just going to take away from that culture. It's going to probably take away from you coming into the gym like, man, it's getting way too busy in here. This isn't what my vibe, you know? And a lot of my clients are like that as well. They just love that intimate, private setting, that one-on-one aspect.
Yeah.
With not too many people around. So it's all about capping the numbers of the club members.
I think you've done an awesome job. We definitely, yeah, and obviously Nicole, myself, love the PT side of stuff. Yeah, I think it's overbearing. I think it's great that you're growing that way too, and I think the fact that you're opening another location, is awesome.
Yes.
Are there, when you're looking at other different models and stuff, the 24/7s and the big box gyms like your Planets and that sort of stuff, and your World gyms, what have you?
Yeah.
Talk to me about the pros and cons about, and what would you recommend for a future someone looking to get involved in those business ownerships of the franchise?
Yeah, I would say this, like, obviously you have to worry about obviously your franchising fees and all those things. But I remember before I went into GRIPT, this is probably when I was in Sydney, a mate of mine wanted to partner up and open up a Plus Fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's obviously just like an Anytime Fitness, one of those commercial, little smaller commercial gyms. And I remember doing the numbers and break even at the time. This was probably like, 2017? Break even was you need at least 500 members paying for you to kind of like break even. I've heard the numbers going up since then. Someone just told me it's more like 700 now. Whereas with us, we need 130 members, and we're sweet. And we get to 150, we're laughing. We get to 180, okay, great.
Yeah.
So if we've got our clientele, smaller numbers, obviously, because everyone is focused on PT, so the price point is higher. So we can control that. We've got a niche clientele that attracts rather than attracting anyone and everyone. So that's the difference between us and those commercial gyms.
Yeah, that's interesting, mate. The brand itself and community alignment is the hardest thing to get in the fitness space. So you guys have definitely nailed that. Mate, to jump out of the business side at the moment, you touched on music earlier. It's on your arm as well. And obviously we share some of the same artists.
Yeah.
Love for the same artists.
Yeah.
But mate, how did that start?
Okay, man, growing up, man, like music was a big part of my family. Like I obviously grew up in a very religious family, went to church. I was in a choir growing up. Yeah, so music has been in my life since then. But then obviously growing up, listening to more like hip hop and R&B. I grew fond of Snoop growing up.
Classic.
So I remember back then there was no internet. You can get lyrics now and you go word for word.
Yeah.
You know what I was doing back then? I would play, this is when it was tapes. So I would play a tape, pause. I'm like, what did he say? Then I write it down. I had a music book that I would write down his lyrics or what I thought he was saying.
Yeah.
Write down the verses, play, listen to a few more lines, pause, write it down. Did that for all my favorite songs. And that's how I learned.
Cool.
Right? And then it's funny because going back, being older, and I play those songs back from what I wrote versus what they were actually saying is completely different. So I was messing up the lyrics. But 50 Cent dropped in 2003, man. And it was game changing for me. And that's my favorite artist. So that's what got me to say, you know what, I want to do this music thing. Came 2005, 2006, I formed a band, like folks, obviously more hip hop and R&B. And this was in Canberra. We were touring all over the place, man. We were touring in freaking Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney, obviously all over Canberra as well. And we were 17. There was no social media. There was no YouTube, wasn't even around at the time. There was no Spotify like everyone else. It was all ground up. We had a recording studio in my bedroom. After uni, we all go over to my place and we literally just record, right? And then we set up gigs on our own. And it just became a thing where we became local legends in Canberra. Till today, there's a particular song which is called Welcome to the Capital. Is a Canberra anthem. Till today, kids that weren't even born when we recorded that song in 2006 are still using that songs for their sports teams when they play against like other states. So I said, yeah, till today, I'll be getting guys send me videos. Yo, we're using your song still. Your song is still playing. This was 20 years ago, man.
That's good.
So yeah, so that's how I got into music. I toured around for a little bit, left it because I got into a relationship, and then left music, moved to Sydney. Then I got back. Now it's just a hobby. Whenever I feel like it, I just record. It's an outlet.
Nice, man. And what? So you said Fiddy. Who else do you like? I hear some of the good and bad stuff you played down at the.
Hey, when you hear the bad stuff, that isn't. It's probably something else. It's probably your playlist. But so I like, aside from the hip hop side of things, obviously like 50, Tupac, Snoop, guys like that. But I also listen to like Afro beats. So that's, if for those people that don't know what Afro beats is, it's pretty much the most current sound in the Western world, but it's Nigerian music. And it's going pretty global right now. So I enjoy Afro beats a lot.
Is that what Izzy's into? Izzy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Izzy, man, Izzy did he was did a DJ set in a festival. Yeah, that's Afro.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice, right? Nice.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your current workout routine, like, and how you do it. So, like, obviously you're a big dude, in shape, very committed.
Yeah.
Obviously. How do you set up your year? How do you go through it, or is it just as you go?
Well, it's definitely not as I go. Like I said it. So what I'm doing now with my workouts is I align it with the workouts I set up with our members. We plan everything for the whole year, right? So, but we attack it in 12 weeks.
Yep.
Blocks. So for let's say the first 12 weeks of the year, we focus on like a strength phase, right? So, which means we focus on your compound lifts in your A series, which is your first exercise you would attack. So your squats, your deadlifts, your bench, and those are lower reps. So you're thinking 6 to 4 reps, and then eventually bring it back down to your 2 reps. And those that want to do the strength testing phase, which is your 1 rep max and things like that.
Yeah.
Those people can also do that. And that's usually in the first 12 weeks, and we'll probably bring it back towards the end of the year as well. And then the rest of the year, we focus more on like volume, more like hypertrophy style training. So a lot of supersets, drop sets, different intensifiers like rest 4 sets, things like that. So it's all structured from the beginning of the year. And I kind of like try to follow that as well, so my members can see that I'm also doing the same thing.
Yeah, cool.
I may throw in a video of me working out and pushing a certain amount of weight just to give them a bit of a motivation.
The 70s.
Yes. Yeah. So like you saw that video of me obviously repping out the 70s. Do you know how many people came up to me the next day? I was like, bruh, like you picked up the 70s. I'm like, yes. But that gives them motivation to push themselves even more. So how we structure our workouts encourages our members to train like that as well. And also ask us questions because they see me doing it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's good.
If you're planning for like for next year already and stuff like that, like it's nearly December.
Yeah.
There's 4 weeks left.
Yeah.
How do you, as an, I'm going to say normal person, stay motivated. Yeah. At the end of the year.
That's is the problem we have
Yeah.
in this industry, because it's the festive season, man. So there's a lot of Christmas parties. There's a lot of, whether people with birthdays, people already getting ready for the holiday mode and things like that. So motivation drops for most people. But again, it's on us as coaches to keep checking in on them, to keep telling them, hey, you've got a goal ahead. Yes, we know there's a festive season. There's things you can do. We're not trying to tell you not to have fun and enjoy, but there's things you can do to kind of like minimize you going backwards. Right?
What would that be? Just say there's a Christmas party coming up.
Yeah.
But I may or may not have a few drinks, then a bit of food.
If you're going to drink, look, because at the end of the day, we don't want to be telling people, hey, don't enjoy your Christmas party. Do not drink.
Yeah.
Or whatever. we will tell people advice on, look, it's better for you not to drink because obviously what alcohol does to your gains and things like that. We'll let them know that. But we say, look, if you want to drink and be amongst your peers, then substitute for like vodka lime soda, something that's more low calories, versus drinking your cocktails and like your beers and things that are high in calorie. But ultimately, don't drink is the best answer. But if you're gonna do that, go for the lower calorie option.
Do the crime, do the time.
Yeah, you get your vodka lime sodas in, and hope for the best.
Mate, before we wrap up, firstly, thanks for doing it, mate. Finally, I can say this is gonna be the first of many.
Thank you.
I'd love to get you back in, talk about different topics.
Of course.
Is there anything you want to share before you go? You have 4 weeks left. It's going to be tough for a lot of people listening about just even outside of the fitness space. My guys are struggling, getting up in the morning. I think it's the horse racing season.
Yeah.
As soon as Melbourne Cup comes around, everyone's partying, they're out drinking. You sort of see it everywhere, signage and stuff. But anything you want to share leading into end of the year, and what do you got coming up next year?
Look, okay, for in terms of people, like you're saying, it's festive season, people drinking and partying and all that, my advice to those people that are doing that is, look, if you do have fitness goals in mind, just be mindful of how much you're going to be eating, how much you're going to be drinking. Just keep that in the back of your head, that you set yourself a goal. Don't let Christmas and this festive season or whatever derail your goal, because come January, you're going to be like, oh man, I'm actually worse than what I was 2 months ago. So if you do want to drink, 100%, this is all in moderation. Limit yourself. Choose the low calorie alcoholic beverages like vodka lime sodas is what I would keep saying to have, or 1 or 2 shots here and there to feel nice, and then just hold on to a drink and, kind of like let it carry on the whole night, so you're not constantly just downing drinks and then having to drink more because your mates are drinking. Just be mindful on how you do it. It's going to be better for you on the long run. When it comes to eating, damn, hey, I love eating too, man. So look, the only advice I would give to guys that are, on Christmas Day, look, it's one day. So go hard, do what you got to do. But after that, log back in. Yeah, log back in. Enjoy your Christmas time with your family. Eat up, do what you got to do, but log back in straight away. Don't be like, look, I'm going to wait to the 1st of Jan or whatever, and New Year, New Me. Forget all that. It just starts from Boxing Day.
Yeah. And what about yourself next year, mate? What do you got to look forward to in 2026?
Well, I didn't talk about the other business that I actually have within Hawthorne location is Silhouette Lab. So that's a clinic, a Medi-Spa clinic that I put upstairs at the Hawthorne location. So my wife actually operates out of there with our business partner, Monica. She's a nurse. So it's all Medi-Spa treatments for clients that are into stuff like that. There's a lot of body contouring, injectables in terms of like your, facial skincare, things like that. So that is kicking off as we speak as well.
Awesome.
Just it's all about growth, man. I just want to keep growing the gym, growing Silhouette Lab, opening more locations, and just keep grinding, man. Every single year, my motto is the grind don't stop, man. The grind don't stop. So just keep working, man.
Cool, mate.
Keep working.
Thank you, brother.
My guy.
Good to see you.
I'm seeing you.
Good to finally do it.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. Thanks, man.